Sweet as. Sorry, different car, different settings for today. Gotta love having multiple cars. Even if one of them doesn't get driven that often. What's up, Debs? Thanks for saying hi to Vincenzo. He says hi back with a big smile on his face. His big stupid dumb face. Big stupid fuck off face. How you doing, mate? Mattia, thanks for coming through, bro. I've had some time to have a tiny bit more sleep, to watch some highlights, read some match reports, look at some data, and now it's time to go pick up some goodies. Big up the 7 people that are here. Oh, that's a cute little dog running across the road on its own. Where is your owner, brother? Oh, fuck, that's a fox. That's a fox. That is a fox. We get little foxes around our area sometimes, man. But they only usually come out when the sun's down. So to see a fox running around, scurrying around at 10 o'clock in the morning, even though it's very overcast, it's probably still on a bender from last night, from how much trash it's gone through, how much crap it's eaten. Love foxes. Don't approach them, but they're not good for people. They're not good for people. As cute as they might look from a distance, you get up close and personal with a fox. Not good. They do not like people on the same spectrum that dogs like people. They are definitely cousins / siblings to dogs, but they do not treat people the same. All right, 2 minutes in, 8 people here. Let's get this started. Yeah, it's not good because Mattia's right. We've been shit. We've been shit for a while now, man. But I'm going to try and keep this stream as positive and in context as possible. And I'm going to do a good job doing it. I'm going to do a very good job doing it. What's up, Ian? What's up, Darian? Like the video, subscribe if you are new. Keep Interworldwide doing Interworldwide things. The result itself is fine. A point away in Naples, historically, that's pretty much the best result we can get. 3 wins in the last 20 years, I'm pretty sure. And, you know, do you count them in the seasons that you dominate the league the way we did last year? I mean, we beat everybody last year. Everybody. Double digits here, 12 people Interworldwide. Like the video, subscribe if you are new. Another bust or late substitution and another late goal conceded. That's becoming a trend and a big one, an absolute big one. And we're going to talk about that a little bit as well. So let's start from the positives from the top. The result today, a point away at Naples, it keeps us first in the competition. That's the first positive. The first positive is that we walked away today burning a match day. Burning a match day as league leaders, but we didn't take advantage. We didn't take advantage of our situation because we were in a pretty good situation going into this game. And we're in a really good situation after the DiMarco free kick. And we're in a very good situation going into the last 10 minutes. And then we concede off a goal where the communication between the defense is poor. Bisek overruns his line. Bastoni has been subbed out by that point. And that is the worst part about it. Inzaghi said in his post-match conference that Bastos didn't want to get subbed. He didn't. Why'd you pull him out? The only reason I can think of is because the fixture congestion list is so much. You're worried he might get injured. You're worried he might get injured. And this is the 5th goal conceded after Bastos has been subbed out. Like, these are variables that don't need to be there. They don't need to be there. Why? Why is this happening? Why is this happening, Bastoni? Why? Why is he being taken out? And why are we looking so loose at the back? Is it because when we don't have Barella in midfield, we look toothless? When we don't have Bastoni in the back, we are weak. These 2 brothers are starting to become the pedestal and pinnacle of this club. When they're not around, everyone just drops the grinta. They drop the hustle and they drop the flow. Ah, mate. The bitter taste of dissatisfaction. Sometimes you feel like you want to... Don't even think about getting into that lane, cuz. Get the fuck out of here. We are not generous on a Sunday. I don't care if it's a Christian holiday. You stay in your lane until I pull over. people, man. The way he nudged out was so aggressive, and then he saw me coming. Anyway, the bitter-sweet feeling of dissatisfaction, man. Sometimes I'd almost prefer to be angrier, to be heartbroken, because then, I'm in emotional limbo here. It's emotional limbo. Acerbi and Bastos were amazing today, holding us barely throughout the game. Yeah, from the highlights in the second half that I've seen, and that's pretty much the most I'm going to watch today. I don't really feel like watching any more, to be honest. Such a frustrating watch, not even because of the late equaliser. I thought the ref had an absolute stinker. Not one booking. Rahmani at least 6 fouls tonight. Yep. Rahmani big time. And they're not going to talk about that. All they'll do is talk about the Dumfries supposed handball, which I'm just going to come out and say it now. The reason I don't comment on stuff like this in any game is because I genuinely don't know what the rules are anymore. I don't know. Yeah, that should have been a penalty for Dumfries as well, just before the DiMarco goal. I don't know what the rules are anymore. I don't even know what's considered a handball or what's considered a penalty anymore. I have no idea. Never comment. What's going on, Dipuna? Good to see you again. So where does this leave us in terms of the title race, like the title suggests? Well, we're still first. So this weekend at the moment, it's still it's a 5 out of 10 now. Why is it a 5 out of 10? Because we didn't lose today and we maintained top spot. Why is it not more than a 5 out of 10? Well, because 88th minute, you're up 1-0. I don't care what anybody says. If you're up 1-0, 75th minute plus, and you don't win, it's on you. Any professional team in the world should be able to see out 15, 20 minutes. Any professional team should be. We did not see it out once again today, and that's what leaves us with doubt. The reason why it's not less than a 5, because it could have been less than a 5, Atalanta dropped points in Bergamo to Venezia. These are the sort of games and these are the sort of performances that tell me that Atalanta's not ready for it either. Gasperini's not ready for it, and his players aren't going to bend over backwards for him. It looks like he might be going into the last season of his contract. I don't think Gasperini's going to renew. Long story short, I genuinely do think that Atalanta are not in this race. Yeah, it's only -3. But I am way more scared of the people behind, the one spot behind them, than I am of them. And what do I mean by that? Well, let it bring me to my next point. This weekend can become a 6.5 out of 10 on Tuesday morning, my time, Monday, everyone else. Because if Juventus don't beat Verona, then it's a 6.5 out of 10 weekend. Then we've actually gained something this weekend. We've gained a match day, being in top spot. If Juve win, which they probably will, against Verona, is that, like Sal is saying, what I hate more is that Juve are now considered back in the race. Their fans are starting to feel as though that they've got a bit of confidence about them in a season where they have been dog shit. Like, let me put one thing straight here, yeah? The same Juve fans who are saying they need to go for the title are the same ones saying that Thiago Motta might have his last game if he doesn't beat Verona. How the fuck can you put those two in the same sentence together? How? I'll tell you how. Inter made it happen. Napoli made it happen by foregoing all of these dumb fuckery points that we did throughout the season. I know you can't win every game, but we're not winning every game, yeah? Because I'm seeing a lot of fans say that, and this is the one thing that pisses me off a bit. Oh, we can't win every game. Guess fucking what? We're not winning every game. Far from it. Far from it. We are having a season where we are dropping copious amounts of points. Yeah, nice one, Rosario. Shove it up your ass. We are dropping copious amounts of points this season. That's why we're concerned. If it was only dropping a game here, a game there, no one would be saying it. But guess what? We are dropping games, and we will continue to drop games because we have a very, very, very congested fixture list, one of which might end up seeing us play 5, 7, 9, even 10 games more than our rivals going for this title. No, leave him. Leave Rosario. Any fans are allowed to be here, Mattia. We're not those people, and neither should you be. We don't kick people out for banter, and we don't kick people out just because they support somebody else. Inter Worldwide will never, ever be that channel. Ever. So thanks for coming by, Rosario. You're helping out the algorithm, mate. You're helping me out more than you know. How you going, Massimo? Good to see you. So the results of us dropping points are going to let these teams back in it. But at the end of the day, one thing that I was a little bit more positive about, there are still 11 games left. And some might say, oh, there's too many games left. Well, guess what? We haven't sacrificed anything yet. We haven't lost anything yet. We're never going to look back at the end of the season and say the Scudetto was lost in the 1 point to Naples. It was not. There are other games we've already had this season where I could say cost us. But you can't really go that far back. You can't go that far back because it's almost like with every match day that ends, a new season starts straight away, especially when it's this close. There is still so much to play for this season, and to be honest, I'd rather be the club in Italy that's still present in all competitions in the first week of May. Semi-final Coppa Italia, round of 16 Champions League, first in Serie A. I'd rather be in that position than be 6 points off wondering if this coach is going to be sacked or not. Because just for the Juve fans who are here, Rosario, I don't know if he notices, but the Thiago Motta situation, it will cost them 21.5 million euros to sack him. They're not sacking him. They will not sack Motta, even if he finishes 4th. He will need to finish 5th and below, and then they will need to pay out a 20 million clause. Won't happen. Juve don't have that sort of money. They don't have that sort of pool anymore. And at the end of the day, man, Rosario, he does need to leave. I agree. He does need to leave, bro. He's not good enough. You can't just be, as your club, you can't just be signing managers after one good season with Bologna. Bologna is not Turin, and it never will be. So our last 5 games, 2 L's and 1 draw. Yeah, bro. It's still not looking good for us. But it's not looking good for anybody. It's not looking good for Napoli and Conte because De Laurentiis and Conte are at a standstill. And because of this, it's awkward. It shouldn't be like that. This is where Conte's reputation puts him in disgust. It's weird. It's weird how you can be second fighting for a league and already starting to make excuses. You said at the start of the season the Scudetto wasn't the real objective. So why now are you having a sook, Antonio? Just see your season out. See your players out. Do the right thing. Juve hyped up Motta, and I still see some wanting to keep him because he's better than Allegri. I think that's debatable, but at the same time, if you're a Juve fan, the last thing you should want in the world is to go back to Allegri. Because even if Allegri can bring a certain element of stability, that's just not the way. Napoli missed a huge opportunity not using the Crava money, 100%. I think that's what burns. I think that's what burns Conte more than anything. Guys, we're 18 people here and only 4 people have liked it. That's rubbish. That's garbage. If you're watching this right now, just click the like button, man. Do it. You wouldn't be watching it otherwise. If you're not going to click the like button, you're more than welcome to leave. But help me out if you are here. There's no excuse for Napoli. But yeah, 100%. I said this throughout the season, man. It's just as embarrassing and humiliating for Napoli to bomb this title as it is for Inter. It really, really is. If they bomb this after playing 1 game a week, no excuses. This Inter team is limping the same way everybody else is. Limping over the line the same every way else is. We're at that point in the season where a lot of fans just want the ego battle, the ego tussle of, oh yeah, my team has a reason to lose more than yours because of this. Shut the fuck up with that shit. Basta with that, man. I don't appreciate that sort of stuff. We have a right to lose more than you. That's just loser talk. Left, right, and center coming out. We have played 10 more games than Napoli so far this season. And that in itself would be a reason for me to argue. But I'm not even going to do that. Because I think we've got the better squad. The deeper squad. But yeah, we're now at that point of the season where most, if not all, fans are just trying to hit that point where they're like, nah. We have an excuse to not perform more than you do. But I'm not about that. This Inter team has conceded too many late goals and it's come back to bite us in the ass. But we're still first. We're still first. We are still first. What did I think of Toro today? I haven't really seen enough of his performance to actually say. I've only seen extended highlights. I'm not even going to go back and watch it. I know we're under the pump hard in the second half. What's going on, BJK? Good to see you here again. I really appreciate it. Let's talk a little bit about next week. Because in my head now, we're +1 to Napoli, +3 to Atalanta, +6 to Juve. I'm just going to assume that Juve beats Verona. Next week, Juve play Atalanta. Napoli play Fiorentina. We play Monza. This is the chance we've been looking for. We cannot bomb this chance. We cannot bomb this chance. We need to be able to do our business against Monza, because one, if not two, if not potentially three of them drop points. And if we can get 3 points next week against Monza, while the rest of them drop points, let's just assume Napoli wins and Atalanta and Juve play out as a draw, we would be in pole position again. Next 12 days, we have 3 games. Refresh me on what they are. Is it Feyenoord, Monza, Atalanta? I like the fact that we play Atalanta after Juve play them, because in the off chance that Atalanta doesn't get 3 points against Juve, we have a chance to eliminate a title rival. Because by that point that the game is finished, there'll be 9 games left, and we could have opened up a 3-game gap on Atalanta by that point. So there's definitely a moment coming up in the next week and a half, 2 weeks, where we can virtually eliminate Feyenoord, Monza, Feyenoord, Atalanta. Okay, that's a bit better actually. Get that Champions League business done so that the heads are a little bit more refreshed. There's not much too more to talk about. I mean, the Feyenoord game is very, very important, but the first leg might not be as important as Monza. The first leg of Feyenoord probably is not as important as Monza. And if that's the case, so be it. We can afford... The first game against Feyenoord, is it at the Miazza or is it at De Kuip? I've been to both stadiums, but I've only seen one game. Surprisingly enough, it's Feyenoord versus FC20 at De Kuip. I went to Milano in the off-season, and it's a shame that not even the grass was shown at the Miazza, because they had this lino out for a Rihanna concert. I go, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, just my luck. Second game is at San Siro. Okay. Monza is in B. Yeah, correct, Rosario. See, this is why you can stay. And this is why, Mattia, we need the screening first. Banter's good. Throwing shit is good. But if you're able to have a collective conversation, just like many of the other Juve fans here, we're all good. Monza is in B. They've brought back Nesta, but Alessandro Nesta's not going to save that team from being relegated. In my head, they're relegated, bro. So Monza should be easy disposing. I mean, that's a game this season that we didn't win. We went to Monza and they kept a point. We will welcome Monza to the Miazza. We should spank their asses. Absolutely spank their asses. The way the draw was done, we should be at home for all the second leg games. Okay, cool. I'm glad about that. Guys, I'm going to have to let us go now. It's been about 20 minutes. I've just got to duck in somewhere now. But overall, I don't think today, it's not a day to be devastated. It's not a day to be deeply sorrowed, but it is a day to say, what if? It is a day to be disappointed. It is a day for you to sit there and go, this isn't good enough, because we do need to be closing games out. Conceding 10 goals in the last 10 to 15 minutes is not good enough. Conceding 5 goals after one defender gets subbed out isn't good enough. And once again, I know we can't win every game, but guess what? We are not winning every game. Far from it. Like my boy Mattia said, we've got 2 losses and a draw in the last 5. Çalhanoğlu's done at this club, by the way. I'll do a video on that later. But I will finish by saying that again. I get it, we're still on top. I get it, we're competing in all cup competitions. It's a busy season, people are injured. We're not winning every game. We're dropping stupid points. Continue to keep reiterating this sort of content and these sort of facts. Yes, correct, Rosario. All right, man. Welcome to you, the channel. I hope you stick around. I'm all good for banter as long as there's respect there. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you to everybody else. I'll see you pretty soon, guys, because as everyone's saying, there's a lot of football coming up. There's a lot of games for Inter, isn't there? A lot. Feyenoord, Monza, Feyenoord, Atalanta. Get through to the next round, 2 wins in Serie A. Get through to the next round, 2 wins in Serie A. We can do it. All right? Ciao ragazzi.